Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and after watching Battlefield 4 streaming for 2 straight days on E3, I caught a few small factoids that I'd like to share with you guys right now. And before watching this, if you haven't watched my previous Battlefield 4 videos, please check them out. They're all in the Battlefield 4 playlist on my channel. Now, the Battlefield 4 gameplay in the background has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, but has everything to do with what I'm saying, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you do. Alright, so the new features in no particular order are, and I'm sorry if I missed some, but here we go. Alright, so the biggest new thing is, I think, revolution. The ability to change the battlefield during the actual round. Take down skyscrapers and drop a tank through the ceiling of, the metro and such. Literally change the battlefield as you go. And you can now fire your sidearm while swimming. In fact, the whole swimming mechanic has been sort of reworked. You can now swim, uh, sort of sprint swim or swim faster, while holding shift, just like you would do when you're driving a tank and such. And you can also dive down below the surface, which should be a good way to get out of some drama if in a hurry. Alright, so takedowns are still a thing in Battlefield 4, where you take the other player's tags, except now you can counter the attack. You have the option to counter the attack if you're quick enough. Now, as I've said before, this is something I really wanted to see in Battlefield 4. Basically, when someone tries to knife you and the animation starts, you have a very very small window of time where you get the cue to press F and counter the attack. Now, this is good. This is I think this is both good and bad. Good in the sense that it's awesome to add a new layer of skill and luck to the game. But bad because there's going to be much less knife attacks happening now, I think. I think people will be more likely to use a weapon now because, um, you know, knifing a player has the potential of not coming out of it alive. So this is a very interesting potential. I mean, like I said in another commentary, I'd like to see some variations of the takedown animation happen. You know, maybe some involving a weapon, like hitting a player with a gun butt or a knife takedown. Actually, I remember seeing something on this a few months ago on how they taught some Spetsnaz people to use a knife on armed guards. Basically, you spring up from behind him and grab his gun hand and outstretch it and stab it the hand in like the shoulder region, and then quickly take the knife out and cut his throat. Well, now you might think, well, isn't that a bit redundant to stab him in the arm first? Well, no, you see, because the idea is when you grab an enemy, what's his first instinct gonna be? To squeeze the trigger and shoot the gun that he's holding, right? Which probably means alerting all the people around him to your location. But if you first take out his muscles and some of his nerves um, in that hand, he isn't going to be able to squeeze shit, and you can take silently put him down after that. So I don't know. I'm just ranting here a bit, throwing ideas around, and comment if you think this is a workable thing or not. And now, another thing, and credit for this goes to a fellow YouTuber named Barricade, link down to his channel below. Um, I do not remember seeing any scope glare in the game as far as they showed it at E3. Maybe I haven't seen enough of it yet, but none so far. Alright, so moving right along. Suppression now only mainly works at a distance and less so up close. And it's mostly dished out by the heavy support class, that's wielding the MG. Um, you can also peek and lean now, so prone players will be able to stay in cover and peek their heads out and cap anyone if they can aim really fast. All right, and now this is interesting. Now there are med packs and med kits, together with ammo packs and ammo kits. Now I don't know about you in Battlefield 3, but I've had this too many moments of this happen. When I try to give meds or ammo to a player that needs it, only to see him happily prance away from you and into battle with no health left. So a few choice words usually follow. Now, Battlefield 4 has seemed to have figured this out. Um, you can still throw down big ammo packs and med kits like that on the ground, but now you can also throw smaller med kits and ammo packs directly at other players who can take them and carry them with them until they get, all of the contents of those supply packs. Now, this is a really good idea, I think, and I like it a lot because, they'll get resupply and they don't have to stop to get all the ammo and such. All right, now one of the most talked about things has been the return of the commander to Battlefield 4, right? Now, some of the things that the commander can do is provide support actions from outside the game to support his team on the ground. Now, as far as I understand it, commander uh, is not necessary to play Battlefield 4. Commanders are not counted as players on a 64 player server, let's say. So in reality, it's a 66 player server. And, they they haven't been straightforward about it, but said using the commander is like a nod to a Battlefield 2. So, to me, this means that you can vote him out of the commander spot, if he's a complete imbecile, at being a commander. And this is actually why I think they didn't include commander in Battlefield 3, because they weren't sure if the influx of COD fanboys that Battlefield 3 inevitably had would be tactical enough or indeed mature enough to handle command. And I just thought of something. Now I can play Battlefield in my bed on my iPad, right? Oh, this is gonna be insanely awesome to the max. Alright, so the commander's support actions are, flag dependent. So, in order to, let's say, launch a Tomahawk, 3 flags need to be taken. And again, thanks to Barricade for the info. Please go out and check his channel too. He's got a great channel. Um, another thing that uh, another thing that he turned me on to was that he noticed that the gunship did not cover the entire map, in its flight. Not sure what pattern it follows, if any, but my thought was that it depends on the flags taken. Also, now we get spectator mode and free cam. Now free cam and such is going to be awesome. Also now we get spectator mode and free cam. Free cam and such, that's going to be awesome, isn't it? I mean, for admins, you get the possibility to follow players in first or third person if you want. And for YouTubers, you're gonna have some awesome features allowing you, for filming all sorts of staged events and cinematics and such. Alright, now there's gonna be some new incendiary grenades. Basically, portable fireballs. Alright, now another thing is pistols and indeed all sidearms can now be modified just as primary weapons with 3 slots. So you can now have a different iron sight on a pistol, while also having a silencer and a laser sight attachment. Now pistols can also now have camo applied, and needless to say, the main guns also have camos and such. And personally, I'd like to see them. I'd like to see a Medal of Honor warfighter type customization system. If there's one thing that that game got right, it's weapon customization. You know, all the shiny stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with actual battle. Alright, so you also get a bunch of new and interesting vehicles, obviously. A few of which have already been seen in a couple of my previous videos. Obvious plug right there. But one of the things that caught my eye is jet skis. Gonna be a ton of fun. I'm betting on those jet skis, and I for one am looking forward to a race only type server among just jet skis. But hey, I said the same thing about Battlefield 3 dirt bikes, and no one listened to me. I mean, no one. Well, your loss, because I'm gonna get my own server and ban the lot of you. Oh, and speaking of vehicles, I'm sure we'd all love to see the Black Hawk and the Apache return to Battlefield. I'd also like to see very much the night vision goggles, possibly in connection with the green laser sights that aren't visible in daytime, that you could only see when you flip down the night vision goggles. Also, I have heard somewhere that the AT4 launcher has been confirmed, but I can't exactly remember where. Now, before I close down this very long and ranting commentary, I will add one more thing. Um, that that building, the main skyscraper that falls down in the center of the map, um, the siege of Shanghai. It's got an a huge screen on it, and when the building starts to come down, that screen stops working briefly, before the building actually crashes, and it shows a blue screen of death. It's the little things that make up the game. Some fun additions that look cool. Also, now you have working elevators. But can you imagine if like 4 or 5 people are in an elevator and some idiot cooks off a grenade? I mean, instant faster clock situation. Also, a lot of potential for putting C4 around the elevator doors, on exit and waiting in the corner like a troll. So yeah, that's it for me. I think. Thanks for watching. Please rate, subscribe, and check out my other videos linked to the back of this one. Thanks.